everybody, it's Rob again. It's time for another member talk, and we are bringing back Melissa Polis from Garfield Refining. We've talked to her on a number of times, but we wanted to get her on here and just kind of pick her brain a little bit on how things are going with the refining business. Hey, Melissa, how you doing today?
I am great, Rob. Thanks so much for having me. I am doing well. How are you?
Oh, hanging in there, hanging in. It looks like you're working from home.
Yes, this is my beautiful home office. We have been keeping our refiners and melters nice and safe this past year. So a lot of us who can work from home do. And we go into the office for meetings, whether they're weekly or monthly, but we want to keep our refinery nice and safe.
Yeah. Well, Melissa, I wanted to have you back on. I first met you 2 years ago, I guess it was, at our state convention held in Leavenworth, Washington. And by the way, just to let the cat out of the bag a little bit, we are planning for 2021 at Leavenworth once again. We're moving forward with a live conference. So make sure you register ahead of time. Get your registration in, because we are going to do it, assuming that the state allows us to.
Cool. We can't wait to see you in person.
Yes. But we first met there. We met in Leavenworth, and then we actually had you come out, or at least virtually come out from back east. You're back in. Tell me where you're at.
So Garfield is in Philadelphia and Pennsylvania. I'm personally New Jersey.
Oh, okay. Wow, how far of a trip is that for you? New Jersey to Pennsylvania. 45
minutes to an hour with traffic, but on these occasions that I'm now in the office, it takes about 40 minutes because there's not a lot of traffic.
I forget that the states back east are a lot smaller than they are in Washington. So when we say we're going to a different state, for me, it's like a 6-hour drive usually. Right. So
I can get to a couple different states within the hour.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you came out from virtually back east. You did our district meetings with us, and we talked all about refining, all about metal recycling, cremation recycling in specifics. And what a great program you have. And let's just briefly readdress that a little bit. What is Garfield and what is cremation recycling? And why should we be thinking about that stuff?
Sure. Well, Garfield, a little bit of background on Garfield. We are an 125-year plus old company. We're a third generation family owned business. So we have been perfecting our expertise in refining for quite a number of years. So we're a precious metal refinery. We do everything right on site. So we've been in the dental and jewelry industry and a couple other industries, manufacturing, for quite some time. And we, take material from dentists, jewelers, now crematories and other industries. We melt everything down on site. We test and assay that bar and then pay you based upon the assay. So what that purity of gold, platinum, palladium, and silver is. About, 7 years ago now, we came into the death care space, realizing that we've been recycling for some crematories who have just been sending in their dental material. And doing a little bit of homework on that, realizing it's a crematory, not a dental office or, some other industry. We started asking some questions and seeing that, there were no, or maybe very few precious metal refineries within death care, recycling for them. And there were a lot of middlemen out there. So they would be, going to a crematory or having the crematory shipped to them and taking a look at the metal and, paying them per pound. $100 per pound for dental material is really crazy and just not what it's worth. So we came in and we were telling people that you should be getting paid for what you're actually sending in, minus a processing fee, because that's how business works. So we started, digging around and realizing that we would have to recycle all of the post-cremation metals. So that is the dental material and all the prosthetic implants. So we built our program based upon our customers, which is everyone who we meet at your wonderful seminars and conventions. So we actually take all of the material. We provide all of our customers with collection drums. They put all of their post-cremation metals inside that collection drum. They have an option of sorting out the smaller pieces and putting it in a smaller dental container. we like our customers who sort because it's an educational piece for them. So they can see, the smaller pieces of metal build up in that small dental container. And then from the time that they start collecting to when they ship, whether, depending on how many cremations happened within that time frame, they can kind of correlate that amount of cremations per equals, how much money they get back for that shipment. But I think I got off course. My apologies. So we melt everything down right on site. We start sorting from large to small pieces. And then we contact the crematory after we have melted everything down. We assayed, we let them know the value. And typically when it's your first time recycling with us, you are pretty happy because you may have been coming from a service or company that is not a precious metal refinery, and they're paying you $100 per pound or $10 per cremation, something along those lines, which is just an estimate, and they have to be low and estimate that because then they are turning around and selling it to someone like us to make their money off of it.
Sure.
So we offer a full service recycling program for crematories. We provide shipping at no charge, collection drums at no charge, and we do free consultations. So if you have any questions about precious metal recycling or post-cremation metal recycling, you just give us a call and you contact myself or my colleague, Drew, and we walk you through the process. We ask you certain questions of what you're currently doing and how you're processing, and we kind of try to break apart your processing and see where we can come in and improve it. And we can suggest certain tips and tricks that we've learned along the way to improve your sorting and collecting of the dental metals and kind of get you up to speed and just see where we can improve everything for you. And in turn, the value that you get back from recycling goes to, you can put it back into your crematory. It can be bonuses for staff. It could be donate it to a local charity, scholarship, nonprofit, whatever you choose to do with it. It's typically for a greater good, and you do improve that value by recycling with a precious metal refiner.
Yeah. So metal recycling, I don't want to say is a new thing, obviously, cremation metal recycling, but there are still people that are not recycling, that are just taking those metals from post-cremation and tossing them into the landfill or whatever. And I guess that's one way to do it. But there are some, when we talk about precious metals, there's a lot of different metals that come out of that. I'm just looking at your website here, garfieldrefining.com, and it talks about, typical metals that are found, typical precious metals that are found in just implants like hips and knees and things. You've got cobalt and titanium and other ferrous metals, and you can have gold from dental implants and palladium and silver and platinum, and all of that comes out of, all of that can be in somebody that will come out following the cremation, and that's all metal that once it's gone, it's gone. You don't make this stuff. This is naturally occurring elements that are go in. So throwing them away is actually throwing away the future resources. But with Garfield, as you said, send out a collection drum, fill it up, call you guys, you ship it free of charge. This costs nothing to do, by the way.
Correct.
We're throwing metals away costs you money. You're paying for the garbage to, the trash pickup or whatever. Garfield, you pay for everything. It costs the crematory nothing to do this. And the bonus, like you said, at the end of it all, you get money that you can do with what you need to do with it.
Right. And especially with that precious metal that you are throwing out, mining gold is terrible for our environment, mining. So if you can lessen the amount of mining that needs to be done for our future and our children and grandchildren, you're making the world a better place and a cleaner place. So it's helping so many different aspects of this world to recycle that material, because we're recycling it and putting it back out into different markets.
You talked about when it's done, you weigh it all out. You give the crematory back funds based off of what you've recycled. Those funds can be used for all sorts of things. I know a lot of folks, and I've heard of a lot of folks that are actually using those as a charitable donation to different places, whether it be a national, like the Cancer Society, or maybe it's a local thing. I've also heard of people donating those funds kind of in a pay it forward style idea of to a scholarship committee or a scholarship fund somewhere to help students advance their learning. What is there any set thing that you can do with those, or set thing that you cannot do with those funds, or what can you do with that?
So state to state, it's different. For instance, the state of Arizona, you are not allowed to profit from the proceeds, the recycling proceeds. So they actually all donate. So every customer of ours in Arizona has a specific charity that they donate to. So we love that. And then certain states, you are allowed to profit from it, but a lot of crematory owners, whether they've been in business for years and there's no need to, they don't need a new processor or a new retort or something along those lines, and they don't see that those funds are theirs to use. So they donate it to a local or national charity. We have anything from the SPCA to a nonprofit, a hospice facility that goes based upon all donations. Just last year, we helped put on a gala because it's something that they run off of donations. They're volunteers, and it's very heartwarming talking to these businesses that run off of donations. They're so grateful. They send you handwritten thank you notes. And here I feel like the middleman because really it's the crematory that's donating, but they typically do a direct donation through us because sometimes they do it anonymously. And it's just so heartwarming. Shriners Children's Hospital, they need all the donations that they can get, and they do some amazing, wonderful things. And we donate a very large amount to them every year. And it's just, I even right down to seeing their commercials or ads on the internet, I just get a warm, fuzzy feeling because I know that, I somewhat took part in that, and it's very wonderful. I love it.
Well, next month is April. And April, it marks the Donate Life month, Donate Life campaign month. And a lot of times we look at that as organ tissue donation, corneal donation, and that's absolutely what it is. But honestly, this could be a part of that as well, this donation process, because these metals can go to help others in the future, just like organ tissue. And not to take away from that, but it kind of is under the same auspice, I would think, of donate these things because other people can use them way more than we can.
Right. And all you would have to do if you want to donate through Garfield, if you would like to donate your proceeds, you would just let us know. It's so simple. We follow your directions, and you would just let us know the name or charity who to make it out with, and we will handle the rest. And we would copy you on everything. And that's wonderful. I love that idea.
Yeah. Well, Garfield has been a great funeral partner to us over the last couple of years. You guys have really stepped in and been a part of a lot of things. Like I say, you've come to our convention and you've done some things. Behind me is a Yeti cooler that I've had the privilege of holding on to now for about the last 2 years. This was actually shipped from the home office there in Pennsylvania to us at our home office in Spokane, shipped through the mail, and it came to my mailbox, which was kind of interesting to see that thing. But this is for a donation, and our plan was at our upcoming district meeting that we were going to raffle this off, and the proceeds go to the scholarship fund. But this is a $250 Yeti cooler. And unfortunately, with COVID, we had to cancel all of those district meetings. We can't really figure out how to do a raffle virtually. So right. The very next time we have a live meeting for our members, whether it be at convention or whether it be our upcoming district meetings, the next time we go live, we're going to raffle off this $250 valued Yeti cooler from Garfield Refining. So it's here. I haven't used it yet. The last summer was rather tempting, but
I'm sure it was.
But it's been here, and I can't wait to give it away to somebody. So we're going to be doing that. Keep an eye out next time we do it. Melissa, this has been great to get you back on. It's been wonderful to talk with you again. If people want to know more about Garfield, if people want to find out more how they can get involved, how do we reach you? How do we get in contact with you?
Sure, they can email me directly at mpolis, Polis, as in Sam, at garfieldrefining.com. And I will walk them through step by step or answer any questions that they may have. And they can also go to our website, www.garfieldrefining.com. And a first-time customer, if they would like to just try us out, there's no charge, no obligation. We actually send a Yeti tumbler, depending on if you like the larger ones or the smaller ones, for your hot coffee or keeping your water cold this summer. But we will send you one on your first shipment as an appreciation. So
that's pretty
feel free
cool
to take advantage of that.
So just to recap, this process, metal recycling, post-cremation metals, this is absolutely 100% zero obligation to you, zero free. I mean, the whole thing's free. It costs you nothing to do this. We call you up, you send out the drum, we call you when it's ready, when it's filled, you come pick, well, not you, but somebody comes and picks it up, ships it back. You weigh it down, you process it, and then that you guys call and say, hey, guess what? We're sending a check to wherever you want to send it for this amount of money as your donation to be able to give. What a great process.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we try to be very easy to work with, and Drew and I really hold our customers close. We love the account management side of it. We like getting to know you, your story, wherever you're coming from. If you're the owner, crematory operator, we love it because we take pride in helping you with your recycling program, and we like the service that we offer. We believe in it. So we are happy to help and get you started up if you have not yet started recycling.
Well, if you've not checked them out, do it. Garfieldrefining.com. Great company. I've known you guys, like I say, for 2 years, and it's been a wonderful partnership with you. And we're glad that you guys are part of WSFDA, and we'd love to get you to come out in 2021 for our convention in Leavenworth again.
We are looking forward to it. We can't wait to see everyone in person and say hello and just be.
Better bring a big case of those tumblers. We might find a few people that need them.
That sounds good.
Melissa, thank you for coming back. Thank you for being a part of this and joining our conversation. And
pleasure.
Thank you for what you're doing out there. It's just a wonderful opportunity to help other people. So thank you.
It is our pleasure. Thanks for having us.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.